Hi, welcome to stage 10, pack 10 of the idbox 3D printer by deagostini. There's a bit more to do and there's a bit more wiring to do and electronics to do in this build. And I'll be connecting the laptop up to it for the first time today as well. More wire tidying and some more of them driver boards to go on as well, motor driver boards. So, what you start with, you get the motor boards out the packet. I didn't think I had these in there first of all when I first sorted it out, but I checked it around. So what you do is just carry on from where you were last time. Put them in the boards same way as you did last lot, with the white, the silver bit to the left, and push them in place. Make sure they're in there properly because it says in here, if they're not in if they're at an angle, they might actually catch fire. Yeah, that's the actual words it says. Careful, if you're me wrong, they might actually catch fire. So imagine that first time I connect it all up, it actually goes on fire. That wouldn't be the best thing, would it? You put the other motor board same way, down here on the bottom, first lot. That's the first bit done. Then you get one of the wires that comes with this, feeder motor wire that comes with this issue. And I forgot to pen, so I'll get back in a minute. So the pen was beside me the whole time. Silly me. Right, so yeah, Specsavers, yeah. Should have gone to Specsavers, definitely. So get the long motor wire. Yeah, promote in there. Yeah, something like that. So get the long feeder motor wire. And it says you mark it from the smaller end, call it smaller end, to 12 centimetres long. Well, one metre say millimetres, next metre say centimetres. Okay, make your mind up, centimetres and millimetres. You can't change it back and forth all the time, deagostini. Anyway. So mark it about 12 centimetres in on the wire. You don't matter, the wire won't be, this bit of marking probably won't be seen, so don't worry about it too much. And then turn it so the back's towards you again. Get some cable ties. And then what you do is put the cable tie through each of the 4 sets of holes in the back here. I'll show you when I've done that, and I'll put a wire in there and show you where that is as well. So you just tie it up like that. So you get the marking for about 12 centimetres you did there, and line it up with this. Leave these as they are at the moment. And actually, you do actually tie the motor in place, motor wires in place. So, tie it with the oh fudge. Back a minute. Yeah, right. I've had to mess about a bit there, but you feed this the cable ties right through it, and this one, and the motor wire you just put all the way down to the bottom there. I messed up, so I'm missing out one cable tie. If I find one later on, I'll put one in there. Then once you've done that, you get the rest of the wire and feed it through the same hole where the cable tie that came through. And then once you've fed it through, turn it around again and plug that wire you just pulled through. Next to the motor, you just put motor board you put in just now. So it goes the bottom there like that. See? I'll show you again what the inside of this looks like after. Now what you got to do is rest this last one of this stage. What stage is this? Stage 41 is to connect the laptop or PC up to the printer. And to do this, you don't need a power at the moment, just use the power off the laptop. Get your laptop ready, obviously, and you get this wire, which will connect it up, USB to the ink printer. Plug it into where the board you put in before. There's only one way that goes round. Get your laptop and turn it on. And then plug it into the USB port in the laptop. And hopefully, if all goes well, it should light up. Wait, put it in. Yep, there's a green light on the inside of it. It is hard to see. Can you see it in there? No, you can't see it in there, but there is a little green light hiding in there in the bottom of the. I just about to see it. Yeah, just about to see it there. So there's a green light right at the bottom of the board there. You know it's working. It says once that's all in, then remove the USB from the laptop and the base and come back with 42. Stage 42. It starts with the power supply. You can see all the terminals on the front here. All these will be used. But the most important thing about this is, depends on where you live. See, there's a switch there that says 230 at the moment. That's the amount of volts you use in the UK. If it was American, if you're in America, you'll switch it over to 115 volts. I'm not sure exactly why, but I think they just use a different voltage system in there in America. So if you're a different country, check what one you're supposed to do, because it might be different places, but change it to 230, make sure it says 230. Bad joke, I know, but when you go to dentist, have you go to dentist? Right, so unscrew, loosen all of your 9 screws on the power supply. It says use a size 2 Phillips screwdriver, but size 1 seems to be doing perfectly fine. You can use a flat head on these terminal screws, it don't matter to be honest. This can be put into the actual printer and connected up. Won't be turning it on yet, I think they turn it on stage 12, so don't worry about it too much at the moment. So you get a few different wires here, different colours and different shapes and sizes. So you get one of the yellow ones, and it says there's a crimped end. You can see it's like dented, that's what it means, crimped. Make sure that when you put it in the terminal, that bit is pointing upwards. So the first one goes in on the left hand one, which is the marked L for live. Do it up and then make sure it's nice and secure. Then get the second one, the yellow one. Again, make sure the crimps face up and put it on the next one next to it, which is marked LN for neutral, I'm guessing. Again, do it up, check it. Then get the green earth wire, same sort of one, and put it next to that one, and that should be, that's marked earth, or it's marked a weird shape, but it means earth. See? Good thing is you don't need to be an expert on electronics building this, so like the other two, you don't need to know how to do loads of stuff, so don't have to worry about it too much. Then you get this is a weird connector. I think these are fan ones, I think, I'm not sure to be honest. Obviously you've got pink one and a black one. The black one, make sure you get the black one again. I don't think it matters what way round they are, because there's no crimp side on it, but Put the black one next to the green one you just put in. And do that up again. And then get the pink one and put that where the one that's marked V plus on the print on the power supply. The first one's marked V plus. Yeah, two is marked V plus, so I don't think it matters, but I'll do the one that says the first one there. This one probably for another one, so put it where it says the first one. And then what you do is you get the actual 3D printer and put the power supply right next to it. And then what you do is, I can't show you this on screen, but past the rightmost of the two pink white cables inside the box, and you put that on the first V, the furthest V plus. Again with the term, make sure the crimps face up. And you get the other V plus one again, and put that through the right hand side, and put that next to the one you just put in. This one's a bit out of shape, so put it in again with crimp face up. And then you get the rightmost black one again, and you put it on the, get the rest and plug it into the SIP from the left power supply, which is a common above it, which is the far right one, the right common one, not the right common one. And then you get the other black wire again and plug that into one just next to it. If I can, I'll show you close up this, or show you the terminals the way it look. Good. See, that's what it should look like. All different colours, all plugged in the right ones. It shows you what one it should be. It should be yellow, yellow, green, black. Yep. Black, black, big black, little pink, two big pinks. Right. Then what you do is, you turn it so that pass by through the front panel. Pass the power supply through the panel, side panels, into the box, and make sure you try not to track any of the leads underneath. Just kind of easier said and done. But I managed it just about. Looks hickety-pickety mess at the moment, as you can see. Make sure it's that way round, so the terminal's on the left hand side. You turn it on its side, and then you screw in the back. There are 4 holes in the back of the bottom of the printer and the bottom of the power supply. Just line them up. You can't go wrong in theory. He says. A bit confused because on the picture it showed black. The silver ones that comes with this one, so I don't know if I'm wrong here. I'll do them up anyway. Yeah, just do it up so it's alright. Do them up corner to corner, like you usually do with anything really. Then your power supply is in the printer. You turn that back right way round, so you have it like so. The all terminals to the left hand side of the printer. printer. Done. Right, now what it says is, you can try and sort out some of this mess. Is, so as I said, basically plug 2 yellow power supply lines into the lower terminals of the noise reducer stroke power supply unit. There's in the bottom left of the back. So plug them in. Try and do it neatly, just as I said, done with all these wires absolutely bleeding everywhere. Again, the crimp is up, face up again. So yellow's on the bottom, yellow's on the bottom again. Then the earth one goes in top. I've got to go to work in a minute. I've got to go to work and I've got to leave this alone for now. So, as you can see, yellow wires and the green wires plugged into the power noise reducer in the back here. Right, and I'll do the rest when I get back from doing some work. See you soon. See you in a bit. It'll probably be a few seconds for you, but sit back. Right, this is what the board looks like so far. A complete mess, isn't it? Look at that, these wires. Eventually this will be tidied all up. As you can see, the green and yellow wires in the back plugged up there. Just slowly but surely getting there. Is it Horlicks has said on his videos that they can get little heat sinks for the top of these boards because these get really hot. So I'm looking into that and then see how much room there is. So it should be not too bad because there should be a bit of room for where the power leads go in, so they should be alright. I've connected up some wires as well that was in here. See these here, these are connected up. These were a couple of the fan motors. I've one fan for the top part here and a fan at the back here is plugged in as well. That came with the power supply, so I'll be back with you with 43. I'll set up for the next one. I'm going to try different here. So actually, I don't know, actually, I'm probably... It's a weird noise that's going in the background, so don't worry about that. I need a shave, seriously need a shave. So what you do is, you get these limit switch wires. There are 3 of them. I'm not sure if they're all the same size, to be honest. So, yeah, they're all the same size, so it don't matter what one's used. One of them came with issue 3. I still don't know why I do that. Same with the R2D2, why I do things like that, but don't know. Anyway, what we're doing is, right, it tells you what limit switch is which limit switch is which. You got the X-axis motor, the X-axis limit switch there. You've got the Z-axis limit switch here, and on the right-hand side here is the Y-axis axis limit switch. So what you do is you get one of them wires. I don't think it matters what way round they are. They've both got the same ends. See? And see, it's got these like pins on one side and not on the other. So have the pins that you can see facing you, and plug it into the X-axis, which is on the back of the printer. Make sure it goes all the way in. I think it shows, yeah, some of the pins are shown still, it says. And then you plug another one of the wires again into the Z-axis limit switch, which is on the right, on the back. Again, further down. This one's a bit of a pain to get in because it's right on the edge. Again with the pins you saw facing you. Again. And then you get the last one. Plug that into the right hand side with the pins facing again. Make sure they're all plugged in. Now it says untwist the cable from the X-axis limit switch, and you plug that into the board. You just plug it in. And it is marked X, and it plugs in with the metal bit shown on the far left, on the left hand side, so you can see them when you look at the left of it. I'll show you plug it into the right one. There. And then you get the Y-axis one, which is the one on the right hand side. Twist the wire again, and that goes, you skip one and then you go to the next one along, which is easier said than done. I would love to show you what these go in. I'll show you actually where they go in a minute. Actually, I'll show you close up of it. Take the camera off the bench. And then you get the last one. It goes on the far left, the almost far left one. One but far left. Basically, it goes in there. Now you can't see that, but one sec, I'll show you. There it is. Just about to see, it's pretty dark, but see, these are where the three axis limit switches go in to plug into. Make sure you miss one there, and it goes on the second but last one there. And that's all that plugged in. And I'll be back. I did all the wiring and soldering, tidying up off camera. You won't be able to see much, so it looks a bit better in there. It's not massively better. But now the next part, stage 44. See, there's a little there's a slot right here and a screw hole here. And what you do is you get these two little bits of plastic. They're, what do they call them? I don't know what they call them. Brackets, they're just brackets, that's what they're called. I was thinking they're going to be named something different, but as you can see, there's a hole in there for the usual M3 nut. And what you do is you put the bracket in the hole on the inside. Yeah, on the inside. Doesn't make sense, does it? Not going to bother using the PVA glue in this point. You can hold it in place while you put it in. I'll do it just on camera, you can just about see there. And then you put the M3 truss head screw with the washer in it through the hole, and then do that up. I'm not exactly sure what this bracket's actually are for, but probably for something, I don't know what it's for, but you do it on that side and do exactly the same with the other side there, and then I'll be back with the next part, and it won't be long. Not much to do left after that. That's the weird brackets put on the printer for now. This is getting very heavy. It's not even finished yet. That won't be needed for now. Put the side out of the way. Now you get this. Do you remember this? The games table I did like ages ago. I'm sure it's idea of games table. Anyway, right. So you get it so that the dog brackets on the left, like so. You get these, which are linear bushes. Now these are exactly the same as stage 44 and stage 45. So I'm going to do these off camera, and I'll show you what to do first though. Exactly the same, and then that'll be it. But I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. So what you do is get one of the linear bushes. Does it matter what round it is? Yeah, bush. It don't matter, does it? Okay, right. So you put the linear bush through one of the holes at the top there. It don't matter what round it is. And then you get these every cat bolts 15mm and put them through the hole and drop the linear bush. Back to the what was it? The other thing? flange screws, isn't it? Was it? Yeah. Right, turn it over. Then you get. You put a flat washer first. Don't press anything.
No, it's good.
Then a spring washer. Then a nut.
Fruit nut.
Yeah. Fruit and nut. And then now you do that with all the rest of the 3 on here, and do exactly the same with the other linear bush. I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll be back with you, and that'll be the end of it. Back in a bit. Alright, that's done. Finally. Took a lot longer than I thought it would. A, because I put these the wrong way round. And the screws are on the wrong side, and this will make these will help the. Enough was that. This will help the table go. This will make the table go up and down when the poles are through it. That's it. That is it for stage 10. It's not as long as the last one, I don't think. Anyway, I'll never know until I've done it completely. But 2 more packs to go. Yes, the first of September today. So I forgot to mention also one last thing. Now, I was being told how to if I need help about setting this up on the PC, but it says here in the magazine what you need, what slicer program and what Cura program you need, and it's all in here. It tells you how to set it up and how to connect it up, even for Windows or Mac as well. So it's all quite easy to do. I've tested it already, and I've downloaded Thingiverse, and I've messed about with parts. I've downloaded it onto here, I've messed about with it and made sure it works, and it does. So once I get the printer up and running, I'll get all this set up, and hopefully it will work in theory. But I've got people that will help me if need be. So, please hit the like button, the subscribe button. Any questions? Ask me in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer questions. Even if you just say hi, and I'll say hi. Cheryl says hi as well. Yeah. And I'll leave you with what the thing looks like so far. Oh my god, it's heavy. A mess as well, but yeah, I don't think I've shown you from the front properly, but that's it. Yeah, so it's looking good now. There's one more motor to go in back here. I didn't realise, but yeah. See you soon in the next build. Have fun. See you soon. Bye.